Welcome to my channel, dear friends. Today we are going to discuss the HTML frames. Until now, each web page when opened takes over the entire browser screen. The browser screen could not split into separate sections and showing the different but related information. The HTML text that divide a browser screen into two or more HTML recognizable unique region is the frame set, and each unique region is called a frame, and each frame can be loaded with a different documents and allow multiple HTML documents to be seen concurrently. So HTML frame is a very powerful feature that enable a web page to be broken into different unique sections, and we are going to use the frameset tag, and inside it we can use the frame tag to load the HTML document. But there are few disadvantages of the frame. The first one is the web developer must keep track of more HTML document, and it is difficult to print the entire page. So let's take one example of a frame set. So there is no need of a first of all body, because you are dividing this particular browser screen into rows and columns. Okay, so let's start with frame set. Frame set, let's take calls. You are dividing the browser window with respect to 100%. So let's take first part is at 25th percent, and another one is remaining 75%. So you have divided your browser screen into two columns. The first one is a 25% and the second one is a 75%. Okay, frame set close. Okay, let's take frame. You can take any source, take 1.html. If this file is not exist, then what happen? It will load anything, means the file is not found or like that, but you can get some idea about it. Okay, and this particular frame src means 1.html will be loaded in the 25th percent, the first frame, and the second frame src 2.html will be loaded into 75% column. Okay, let's check the output. Lesson underscore 13 html. Okay, 13 is already exist. 14 lesson for 14. Happen. Is there anything? Let's check it. Okay. What happened? Okay. Let's write it again. Frame set. Okay. Frame set calls 25th percent, 75%. Frame set close. Frame src 1 frame.html frame src2.html. Let's check the output. Frame is frame. Okay, so here you can see the two different columns. This is a 25% portion and this is 75% portion. Okay, okay, then okay, save it, and here dot. Okay, here you can see the first.html and second.html. Means we have divided the window browser screen into two different columns. In this way you can divide it into two rows as well, like rows. Let's check. See, rows. In this way you can divide into 3 rows as well, like 50, and remaining you can put star for the remaining as well. It will take 25% as a remaining space, and here you have to put frame number 3, frame src3.html. Okay, so here the first portion having the size 25th, second one is having 50%, and the remaining is 25. We have defined it with star. Okay, so in this way you can define the frame. Now we are going to discuss one example with rows and columns, the mixture of a frame set. Let's take one example of it. See, here we have created 3 rows, but in this particular middle row I have to create 2 columns. So what I need to do, I have to create one more frame set after first frame. Frame set calls 20, 30, 35% and the remaining. Okay, and close it. And inside that column I have to define 2 frames. Why? Because that column there are 2 columns inside the second row, like 3 and here 4. So here you can see how it look like. See, so in this way we can mix up the rows and columns. This is our first row, this is our second row, and this is our third row. But inside the second row I have created 2 columns with the help of Frameset. See, this Frameset in the second row. In the third row it is already we have already loaded the frame number 4.html. So in this way you can use the Frameset command, and you can also set the size of you can resize it. This frame you can resize it, but there is one attribute called no resize, so that you can restrict the resizability. See, now you cannot move this, resize it. Okay, why? Because we have defined no resize. In this way you can use it in a multiple row, in multiple frames. Okay, getting or not? So you cannot resize the other frame as well. Once you put the no resize attribute and its value is no resize. Okay, so in this way we can define the multiple frame. Now we are also going to discuss the inline frame uh, in this particular frame set, because it is similar to this frame set. Means inline frame is nothing but create an inline frame that contain another documents. uh, let's take one example. Body close inline frame p inline frame I frame src. Let's take one example like lesson number 4, okay, which is already in our directory, and you can restrict its width and height, like for 50 pixel and height 350 pixel, and close it. Let's check the output. See, so this is our inline frame, which is nothing but another document which is resided in that frame. Like let's take 5. Let's check the output. See, so you can load the HTML web page at any corner of this web page, and it will work as an individual web page. Okay, so in this way inline frame might be used in your web designing. So this is all about the frame set and inline frame. Thank you very much, and hope you have understood lots of things from this tutorial. Thank you.